What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness.
Ooh, yeah.
I am Brandon. Alongside me always is Andrew. And today on Warehouse B, it is Split Second. What is up, guys? We are back for Warehouse B, episode 26, and we are talking Split Second today, Rutger Hauer. And this is a fun little movie, I have to say, Andrew. I watched it for the very first time. I know you've seen it before.
Yeah.
I watched it for the very first time just last night for this review. I've been meaning to watch it for a long time, but I just now got to it.
Yeah.
Fun little sci-fi action thriller, horror, I don't know, weird. It's a lot of different stuff going on here. And we talked about this during oh gosh dang it, the Brandon Lee movie with Powers Booth. I just lost. This is not good for review. I just lost the damn, what's his
Rapid Fire.
Rapid Fire. Thank you. So, Rapid Fire. We watched Rapid Fire, and we talked about Powers Booth being a good guy for a change, and how we liked it. It was a different change of pace, and he was good. This is the same for Rutger Hauer.
Yeah,
because Rutger Hauer's never a good guy.
Very rarely
is he a good guy. So, I was all about that, and I thought it was good. I thought he was a badass in this.
Yeah. He's very. I don't know. He's a badass, but up until he finds, what's her name, Michelle. He's kind of this just unlikable character.
Yeah.
Cussing and throwing people around and, eating donuts and chocolate and coffee.
Michelle, who's played by Kim Cattrall. Yeah. Lassie.
Yeah. But even though, he doesn't have too many likable traits, it's Rutger Hauer. So
Yeah. So, you want to run down the plot to this thing real quick?
Gosh.
Kind of.
Yeah.
If there is one to, I don't know.
So it's 2008 London, which I guess by now would be underwater. According to this movie.
Yeah. The very, very distant future of 2008.
There's been global warming, and so everything's kind of waterlogged. And you have Harley Stone, played by the great Rutger Hauer, and his partner was killed by this. We find out later it's this creature that he has this psychic connection to, because it takes its prey's DNA.
Yeah.
And so I like that fact of the movie, that he can hear his heartbeat whenever he's near. And he's basically trying to hunt him down. And in the meantime, he's not good with partners. He gets this partner, Dick Durkin.
Yeah, Dick Durkin.
It sounds like it should have its own, it should be a category on Pornhub.
It's 100% a porn name. Yeah.
Dick Durkin.
Yeah.
Or an adverb or something. What are you doing tonight?
So you need to get laid.
I've been out Dick Durkin.
I do get laid. Every night.
And
that was a running joke through the movie too.
Yeah. Those two, I like the chemistry that they have. And then, of course, he was kind of boinking Kim Cattrall's character, Michelle, on the side, and that was his partner's wife.
Yes.
So it's kind of interesting, and all that comes together. There's some occultish stuff in there too. I think there's a lot of rewrites in this movie, so it's not sure exactly what it wants to be.
Yeah,
but
it's
I
all
do
over the
like
place.
all the elements.
Yeah, I do too. It's just a lot of the elements tie together really weird, because they were obviously changing stuff well before. And when you start off the movie, this woman in the nightclub gets her heart ripped out, and so it's very clear that this is very much a suspense horror murder mystery type movie, and you're just chasing this serial killer. And honestly, I didn't see the poster. I know they kind of gave it away on the poster with the monster, but I didn't see that beforehand. I wasn't really 100% sure what the thing, what it was or what was going on. And I wasn't sure how sci-fi this was going to get.
Yeah.
So at first I'm like, okay, this is just some crazy dude ripping people's hearts out. And I guess I should have known better seeing as much blood and everything going on. But, I was just like, oh, this is wild. But you really don't start to see elements of something else until probably halfway or better into the movie.
Yes.
That where you start seeing those like occult signs, like the Scorpio, whatever the hell it was supposed to be, with the blood on the wall. That was a really weird thing, and they never really went into that and explained it further. So they could have just left that part out. But with the blood everywhere, and I should have probably seen it coming that it was some kind of monster.
Yeah. Yeah, I think all that's attributed to the rewrites. But talking about the monster, I did like, it's very Venom. Of course.
The monster does look like a skinny Venom.
In the up close shots of its face and teeth and stuff, it reminds me of the Alien.
Yeah. It's kind of a cross between. This thing's got calf muscles out of this world too. I don't know why. They do a really. I don't know if it's a good job. They do a good job at not showing it much. Like they really do a lot of fast cuts.
Yeah.
They really keep it out of
running through that morgue.
Yeah, they really keep it out of, like, I think they don't want to expose themselves too much, because it looked good enough to where you wanted to see more of it.
Yeah.
But if you saw more of it, it may not have worked out.
Right.
But I thought the creature did look good for what we saw of it.
I wish there was a little more to it. Usually with an antagonist, you want somebody who can talk and do things and progress the story. It was a cool looking creature. Yeah. But I felt like, the payoff was cool, but I felt like there probably could have been just a little bit more there.
Yeah, I agree. What would you say, acting wise, what would you think on the acting?
Like I said, Rutger Hauer's all right. I heard he was kind of a diva on this set, hard to get along with. Which Tony Malum, the director of this, he also did The Burning. He left. He had like a nervous breakdown.
Oh my God.
Of the movie. I don't know how much of that's attributed to Rutger, but they brought in Ian Sharp, who did second unit on Goldeneye, one of our favorite Bonds.
Yeah, it was my favorite Bond movie.
And he did the whole subway sequence there toward the end. But Rutger's all right. He's definitely homicidal, and he's very paranoid all the time.
Yes. The way he eats and drinks, his apartment is just an absolute disaster.
Pigeons everywhere.
Just pigeons flying around his apartment. He looks like a badass, though.
Yeah. Durkin is pretty good as like the comic relief. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed him.
Yeah.
The rest of the British actors in that police station, they're okay.
Pete Postlethwaite, he's Paulson. You may recognize him from Alien. It was Alien 3,
Alien 3.
And then he was in The Lost World, Jurassic Park, as the Tyrannosaurus hunter with the hat.
I don't know the name of the police chief, but that little rant he gives when they're saying it might be the devil as he's walking backwards down the hall.
Yeah, Alan Armstrong. Yeah. Alan Armstrong. And it's spelled A-L-U-N.
Oh, wow.
That's weird.
Those Brits.
Damn Brits.
But yeah, that little rant that he has as he's walking away from them, that cracked me up. I thought he was really good in this movie.
Yeah.
Kim Cattrall was okay. There's some times where I thought she was a little bit over the top.
In the shower, she was. Yeah. It was weird delivery, and I didn't run down. This was 1992, which I'm sure the production started way before that, because there's a lot of changes. I think probably 88 or 9 was when it started, wasn't it, as far as the writing process? Yeah,
they wrote it in 88. There's a movie called The First Power, and it had a lot of like the pentagram stuff.
Yeah.
And so they had to change a lot of that around. And so that wasn't quite as prominent, the whole Scorpio thing in the script, as it could have been, because they didn't want them to be exactly the same.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. This looks like it was filmed between June and August of 91 and released in April of 92. Budget of $7 million, and it brought in $5.4 million at the box. Yeah, and I know they panned it, and it did really bad at the box, because I think from what I understand, the pre-release product, like the marketing was pretty solid. I think the hype was pretty solid for a minute, but
critics just
tore it apart and just ruined it. And it's not perfect. What's some of your cons in this movie?
As far as cons, like I said, it does feel a little disjointed the way it was kind of cut up by the studio.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have just a whole lot of cons.
It's always interesting when you have that buddy cop movie dynamic with different elements in it. We see I Come in Peace, or the other one, the Hidden. I like you throw the alien aspect into, and I think that's pretty interesting.
You could almost throw this in the verses with those.
Yeah, and in a way, this is very similar to that. But it's a little bit more horror-esque than anything, and I think that's always interesting. Instead of just straight up comedy or action, you've got a horror buddy cop movie.
Yeah, and
I like that a lot. I don't have a lot of cons other than just the disjointedness of it.
Yeah,
it's just the thing is. It doesn't take you out of the movie because there's enough fun banter between them two to kind of keep you going when when action's not going on. The monster's okay. I really like the score's okay. It's not anything to write home about, but it's okay.
Knights in White Satin.
Yeah. I really dig that late 80s, early 90s cyberpunk look.
Yeah.
And so
it's had that for sure.
So I really, really liked the aesthetics of this movie. It's not shot really well. The lighting and everything is just older, and maybe they haven't really transferred it that well. Maybe you're not able to because it was a lower budget film. But as far as the set goes, the setting and the lighting, it's good. It's solid. I like that a lot. And Rutger Hauer was a badass in it. He did enough crazy shit to keep me kind of laughing a little bit with his habits, the way he starts his coffee with somebody's pen. He's just disgusting. Or he picks up a nasty cup of coffee out of his sink with a cigarette in it and drinks out of it anyway. He's got these candy, these chocolates on his fridge in the shape of a heart that Kim Cattrall just eats. She thinks he's disgusting, then she it's just the wackiest, craziest, stupidest shit that you were like, ugh. But I don't know. It's just so outrageous.
I like the overall package, even though there's some things in there you're just like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, Dick Durkin, he gets shot at close range with a shotgun. Goes out the window, and later on they're like, "You're alive." Bulletproof vest. Yeah, but he fell 3 stories out.
Yeah. How did you survive the fall damage? On top of that, so it was really weird. He just showed up all of a sudden. You're like, what?
But if you can get past some of the weirdness, I think it's a really good movie.
It is.
I like the score for the most part. Like I said, Knights in White Satin. I love that and how that is present throughout the score.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Overall, decent movie, worth watching at least once. It's out on a B movie scale. It's definitely not the worst we've seen, and it's definitely more tolerable than some.
Yeah.
What would you give this on a score?
I'm torn between a 3 and a 3.5.
I think I'm going to go 3.
You go 3?
I enjoyed it. I think it stands out. I really like Rutger Hauer, but I just don't think it's got it between the disjointedness of it. I think it's just kind of there. Like I don't. I'll probably watch it again, but I don't need to. So it's kind of one of those where it's not forgettable, but it's just good.
I think I'll split the difference and go 3.25. I really like the. I know you're not a big dystopian guy, but
no,
I like the dystopian, like how they had a different spin on it with the water everywhere, and that had to have been a pain in the butt to just flood every set that they had.
Oh yeah, it'd probably be a nightmare to shoot. Almost a prerequisite to Waterworld.
Yeah,
that's what it could have been. Very interesting. Definitely though, guys, check it out. I think it's on Amazon Prime too, but it's on Tubi, and there's where we check out a lot of these B movies. You can find a lot of them there. You just tolerate the ads. Which everything's pretty much getting to the point where it's got ads anyway, no matter what you pay. And that's retarded. But anyway, definitely check it out at least once. And let us know in the comments below what you think of this. Drop us a like and a sub, because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up. What do we got coming up next on 27? What did we say?
A while back, Brandon had done when we first started Macho back up, had done a Children of the Corn review.
Oh, yes.
And we've been talking between the two of us for a long time about doing the second one, which has a couple of pretty hilarious scenes in it. So.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to talk Children of the Corn. That's what it is, Children of the Corn 2. And then after we got to do, what's the one on the poll that tied?
Oh, yeah. We didn't even mention this was a community poll winner. This and The Perfect Weapon both
Perfect Weapon.
36% of the vote. So sometime between now and like 30, 35, we're going to probably do The Perfect Weapon.
Yeah.
Jeff Speakman, who's like the Kempo karate master. I think he's the spokesman for the art now. So.
Sweet. Yeah. So we'll have that coming up. And then, of course, we've got a lot of cool verses and all that lined out, too. So stay tuned for that. Until next time.
We out of here.